Good morning. Tina and I are getting ready to head up on the Blue Ridge Parkway, and we're going to find a trail to hike this morning. It is beautiful. It's about 57 degrees, but that's good hiking weather. And Tina's ready to get out of the house.
I'm ready for this. Can't wait.
And we're trying to work on trying to get in shape so that when we go to Vegas, we can do some hiking out there at Red Rock and who knows, maybe Zion, wherever else we go. So anyway, we'll be back. Check this video out. It is a beautiful day on the Blue Ridge Parkway here in Virginia. So I'm just gonna drive for a little bit, show you some sights. Got the cows resting in the field over here. They're laying down, I guess, because the old tell I've always heard is they're laying down because it's going to rain, and it sure looks like it's going to rain today, but you got blue skies and clouds up above. All right, we just pulled into the Poor Mountain Overlook. It really is a beautiful day. So good to be out and about.
First day of spring, or technically second day of spring?
Yeah, something like that.
Something like that.
So this is a great view. We're going to head on out. Get to our hiking spot. Pulled into another overlook. This one's overlooking Roanoke, the Roanoke Valley on the other side of the mountain. This is the view of Lost Mountain. What a beautiful day. The wind's not blowing or anything.
That feels nice. Just very calm.
So it's about 53 degrees now. Once you get up on the mountain, it's a little bit cooler, but the wind is not blowing, so that makes it pretty comfortable out here. The sky looks pretty cloudy.
There's some blue.
Couple breakthroughs, yep.
Let's
Be
find
back
our
in a minute.
hike.
Yeah, let's find our hike. All right, so Tina and I just parked here at the Explorer Park in Roanoke County, Virginia, right off the Blue Ridge Parkway. They're doing some developing here. We got the visitor center right here off the parkway. It's actually a Blue Ridge Parkway Visitor Center. And I used to hike here a lot. There was not much going on, but now they've been doing building some campgrounds and stuff like that. So Be cool. What?
That looks new. Treetop
Yeah, the
Quest.
treetop quest. We can go look at that.
Opens in the spring. Which this is spring, but it opens April 4th.
Right. So, cool. Here's a map of the Explorer Park. Pretty neat. A lot of what do they call the bicycles? The mountain biking. So they've got a lot of mountain biking trails here, which is pretty cool. And then a lot of hikes and building campgrounds. So this will be really neat. So we're gonna check all this out. Here's the Arthur Topman Center right here. A lot of people will come up here and take pictures of their weddings or engagements and all that kind of stuff, because it is a very pretty spot.
Look at the pretty balloons.
I know they
Spring
are.
balloons on the tree.
Let's see these up close.
Pretty. We got this side just in time. Some pretty balloons. Oh, nice. Gorgeous.
It is very nice.
So here's part of it.
Yeah, here's part of the. If you can see down there, it's the tree course. So more of that. So this is going to be a nice little recreation area for Roanoke and people exploring the Blue Ridge. All right, so we're heading out on the Post Oak Trail. The Chestnut Ridge Campgrounds, 0.25, Palmer's Pond, 0.26, Riverside Village Trail, 0.37, and the Riverside Campground is 0.54. Let's go check it all out. That's a pretty tree.
Yeah.
Love to see these spring blooms. All right, this is Explorer C5 Chestnut Ridge Campground. What were you saying, Tina?
It has like little hooks for your tent, I guess. See the little, that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
And get you up off the ground. That's pretty neat.
Yes, it is. Picnic table, couple chairs. Nice little grill. Barely used so far, so that is pretty cool.
Pretty stinking neat.
All right. So we're still on this little trail. We're gonna head down to the Riverside Campground. And years ago, the Explorer Park was made so that people could get a basically like a a recapture of history from the 1700s when this place was starting to be settled. So they had a lot of events that went on here, and they built cabins that replicated the 1700s and things like that. But it never really flourished. So for a while, it sat dormant. They still had the trails, and people would come. I mean, you can get to the Roanoke River and people would fish and all kind of things. But so now I'm glad that they're going to start trying to take advantage of building some campgrounds and letting people get take advantage of this area, because it is beautiful. Yes. And as we walk down here, you'll see this is one of, when they originally started the Explorer Park, one of the log cabin homes that they built here to replicate 1800s, I guess. So we'll walk down there and check out this little cabin. So from the Explorer Park down to the river, I mean, what was it, half a mile? Yeah. So from where we parked our Jeep up to down to this point, half a mile downhill, so it'd be a half a mile back. And but what I wanted to show you is that it is very close to the campground. So right across the trail is another campsite, and this one is R8. So you're right here on the river. I guess that means Riverside 8. You got the river right there, and then you've got another little platform for your tent. Of course, this one may not be finished because I don't see any of the...
Yeah, looks brand new, like they might still be working on it.
But either way, you can make it work. And then here's a almost brand new grill right here.
Fire pit.
Yep, fire pit, but you can use it as a grill. And just a few 30-40 feet away is another Riverside Campground spot. So there is social distancing if you're wanting to come out and camp soon, get out of the house. And this is another one. This one has a picnic table with it. And this one's R7. So yeah, so Tina said, yeah, this one has this things, and we may have missed the other ones, but they have the tie downs here for your tent, so that's pretty neat. And they got the fire pits / grill over there. So that's pretty good, and you're just right across the road, and you can walk over here and you're at the river. There's the river. All right, so here's R9, and it's right on the riverside of the trail. It's got a picnic table, and what is that, Tina?
I guess a fire pit or grill.
A fire pit. But it's a combo. You can use a fire pit or a grill. The river's right there. There is no
fancy place.
Platform, but you can, you know, heck, this is pretty nice if you just want a tent. So I don't know what their plans are, if they're going to build a platform over here or not, but pretty daggone peaceful right now. And then up here is another one. And this is R10. R10 reminds me of Ren 1010. You can post a comment if you know who Ren 1010 is. I'm showing my age a little bit. And this one has a picnic table, but like you said, no definite site. But this is pretty cool. I mean, you got a great view of the river. You're talking about sitting here and relaxing. That it's pretty nice. And that's what we're going to do for a minute. We're just going to sit here and relax at the Explorer Park in Roanoke. Cool spot. All right, look at this. This is like a little peninsula or something, sitting right here at the Explorer Park. You got this creek that runs in to the river, sitting on this little campsite all to itself. It's R11. If I camp here, I'm going to use R11. I'm going to try anyway. I'm sure it's going to start picking up for campers, hikers. As you may know, the Blue Ridge Parkway is pretty close to Appalachian Trail. They run in a lot of places side by side. So Appalachian Trail crisscrosses sometimes the Blue Ridge Parkway.
Oh, that's pretty.
So a little bit out of the way to come hike, to come over here to take a break, but not really. But this is absolutely beautiful. Definitely campsite R11. That's my favorite that I've seen. They've done some nice things here.
I like it. Okay, now we're headed up Deer Run Trail. As you can see, it's a little bit of a climb. Good for getting in shape for the springtime. Walt's a little ahead of me. He's in much better shape than I am. But I'm gonna get there. He's so nice to wait on me.
a little barn here on the Deer Run Trail. All right, we're continuing our walk to Palmer's Pond.
On the Deer Run Trail.
Beautiful early spring day, for sure. Over here's the creek down there. Runs into the Roanoke River. Hey, it's not Vegas, but for some people, they would much rather prefer doing this than walking the streets of Vegas. I know a lot of people, but we like both worlds. We like Vegas and we like hiking, and that way we get the best of both worlds anyway. We really enjoy getting out like this.
Yes.
Keeps you in good shape, but mostly it keeps your soul in good shape. It just restores you, just being out in nature and the solitude. So we're really enjoying this today. And
Absolutely. And sometimes I forget until I get out here what a beautiful place we live in, and this reminds me to remember that and always try to take advantage of it whenever you can. And that's what we're doing today.
That's right. Roanoke has a lot to offer. Some really good restaurants and some really good access to a lot of trails to hike. Blue Ridge Parkway, Appalachian Trail, and it has turned out to be a beautiful day. We are right here at the Palmer's Pond now trail. And Palmer's Pond, it's probably been a year or two since I've been up here, and it's kind of growing up. Nature's sort of taken over, but the water's still running through. There were plans to have more campsites up along that trail, so maybe in the future Tina and I can come back and we'll take you up that trail to show you what's there. Palmer's Pond is down below. Tina's coming up. I just felt the need to try to jog up a little bit. We got a nice little stool here. I'm going to take advantage.
Stool here.
Tina's laughing at me because she said I called this a stool that we're sitting on. But she says it's a bench, so whatever. It's something to sit on. It's a two-person stool.
Yeah.
But we don't have a bar, so we do have a creek and a pond, though, and that makes it pretty cool. As we sit on our bench. Hey, one good thing about the Explore Park is they have each of the trails with a different color. So this yellow one, I think, is the Palmer's Pond. Red was something. Blue was the Riverside. I think red was that the Deer Trail. I don't remember. But anyway.
Post Oak Trail.
Post Oak Trail. So anyway, that's really good. So just follow the colors. They've got them blazed out pretty nice, and that's good. And the path is really, what's the word? Distinct. the path is really distinct, so it's marked very distinct. So you can see that. And that pond, that little creek running into that pond, which then runs into the river, is really cool. It just meanders through the mountain.
Pretty brave.
So if you're close to Roanoke, or you've never been to Roanoke, Virginia, I would try to come down here. It's a great place, a lot to do, great restaurants. The Roanoke market is awesome. And then check out the Explore Park. And you might even decide to camp here sometime. So that's all we're gonna conclude our video right here, I do believe. So y'all have a great day.
Don't forget to like and subscribe, and we'll bring you more.
Absolutely.